Welcome, everybody, to our Friday Plexus Show Me the Money Zooms. I'm your host, Emily Roberts. I am a Diamond Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus. And today, our special guest is Emerald Ambassador Karel Murray. Do we have any Journey fans in the house? We're my 80s music lovers. Please put in the chat if you've ever heard the song Don't Stop Believing. Okay. You know, the infamous lyric that every karaoke bar in the world, just a small town girl, right? Okay. Karel is in South Detroit. Although she's in Canada, she lives more southern than a lot of US states. And so she jokingly will tell people, like, to describe where she's from, that she is born and raised in South Detroit, but I'll let her tell that part of the story because it's just too funny. I've always wondered where that was when Steve sings that lyric. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Karel. And here's what I need from you guys that are tuning in. Please tell me what your number one August goal is in the chat. Tell me where you're watching from. Are you from South Detroit? Are you from Canada? Are you from Texas? Where are you from? We want to introduce ourselves and share where Plexus is at. And then lastly, my friend Karel is a little nervous about today, and she's going to kill me for telling y'all, but she's just a little bit nervous. So if you hear something that inspires you or moves you or that you relate to, will y'all tell her in the chat? She will read it when she's done with her little talk this morning. But I just think that that's something really sweet that we can all do because Karel's going to rock this. So here's the thing about Karel. She doesn't know how old she is. We had to Google it. We had to look it up. Anybody else? Like, what year was I born? I am one of those people. I saw this meme, and I'm one of those people that's like 30 years ago was 1990. Like, that's just what or 1970 or whatever. Like, that's what I tell myself. But no, that's not the truth anymore. It's 2023. And then my husband's like, girl, you're 33. I'm like, I am, but I feel 17. Are you sure? Like, let's look that up. Well, Karel's feeling really good too. And so she had to look up her age this morning. And I just love that. I love that Plexus has her feeling so good. She's like, how old am I again? She's 53. She is a retired dental hygienist, and she's going to talk to you about that story and how it led to Plexus and a full-time Plexus career and being an Emerald Ambassador. An Emerald Ambassador is one of the top ranks in Plexus. That means you're usually making about a six-figure income annually. You get a trip for two every single year to a luxurious destination. This year, we're going to Mayakoba, Mexico. Like, what? Are we the Kardashians? I don't even know. It's going to be fantastic. And then another part of being an Emerald Ambassador is you get a car bonus. We call it the Plexus Lexus bonus, or now Plexus allows you a lifestyle bonus. So that means you can, if you got to get braces for the kid, maybe your husband wants a boat, or maybe you have some debt to pay off, or you already love the car that you have, you can use that lifestyle bonus towards that instead. And it is a generous part of our compensation plan. And that is where Karel's at. She's an Emerald Ambassador. She is earning those perks. She's worked hard. It means that she has a team of at least 300 people who are signing up and happily reordering. They're subscribed. They want gut health, and they show up every month, and she's maintaining that. That is how she has an Emerald Plexus business. And you're going to hear about that a little bit later when I come back on. So without further ado, Karel, I'm going to unmute you. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's go, girl. Tell us your story.
Oh my gosh. You're killing me. And I have to tell you, side note for everybody watching, Emily asked you to send a picture of the two of you together. I'm like, I do not have a picture of the two of us together. I'm like, how does that happen? But so I'm like, okay, we're remedying that in Mayakoba. I kind of thought that was pretty funny.
I was just going to say, get ready, girl. We going selfie at the pool, at the beach. I'm ready. I'm here for it.
Oh, I just got chills. Anyways, as Emily said, my name is Karel Murray, and I am joining you from Canada. And yes, it's actually hot here too. I live in actually the most southern part of Canada, and I like to say I pass a lot of the U.S. states. And like she said, our line, we actually live south of Detroit. So whenever Journey comes on, and we were like in our teen years, and we'd go to the bars, and every time that song came up, everyone would go, Detroit. Everybody were really crazy. It was just kind of like our thing there. Okay, so back to being serious. So my story actually is a little bit of embarrassing. I actually started Plexus 3 years before I really started Plexus, if anybody else can relate to that. My very good girlfriend shared with me about a drink and a couple pills that could maybe help me lose some weight, because that's what girlfriends do, right? For each other. So I tried them for a month and I didn't lose 20 pounds, and I decided they didn't work. And I was out there telling everybody they didn't work. And truth is, I was looking for a magic pill. I have this written down so I don't, because I am nervous. I just lost my spot. Where did I find? Okay. But through trying these products back then, it led me to start following my friend Whitney, who is on here today, on social media. And she kept sharing stories of people that sounded just like me, but I never messaged her because I didn't really think anything had been done. I had been to my doctor. My doctor's like, it's just part of getting older. She didn't really say that, but that's how I felt like she said that. And I honestly didn't want her stalking me. So, but finally, after watching her for far too long and hitting a point of just being sick and tired and being sick and tired, I reached out to her. But I did tell her in no way did I want a business. Anybody else relate to that? Though secretly I had what if thoughts. I was a forced retired dental hygienist due to a neck injury, and I was on disability. And financially, we are okay because my husband works really long hours, or he did. But there was very little wiggle room for the things that I love most, especially travel. I love to travel. You see, I've been actually in the direct selling industry for a really long time, like over 20 years. I have no idea how long. I didn't know how old I was. So I have no idea how long I've been in there. I literally Googled today, how old am I? Because someone told me I was 54 and I'm actually 53. So I had to Google it because I thought I was wrong. Anyways, I'd come across good companies and bad companies, and the whole idea of selling vitamins really felt out of my wheelhouse. I'd sell candles. I sold a couple companies with jewelry, and I thought, vitamins, really? And I really just left my last company. And what would people think if I started saying, here I am selling vitamins now? And after a while, I was starting to feel so much better. But honestly, I kept thinking, what would people think? So well, people started noticing the change in me first, and they actually came to me. So truth is, I knew nothing. And one of my favorite blessings with Plexus is the sense of community and how much our leaders and sponsors are willing to help, and even our sidelines. That is like no other company I've seen before. Like for 3 months, my sponsor, Whitney here, answered all my friends' questions until I really felt more comfortable answering them. And little did I know that just the culture, this is the culture of Plexus. Like I said, no other company I've seen does this. And that's really how I started. And let me tell you, being able to help my friends feel so much better really fed that desire that I had when I was a hygienist and I was helping people since I wasn't working in the dental office anymore. So that was about the time that I started having these thoughts that maybe I was led here for a reason. So I started thinking, what if I could have an extra $500 or $1,000 a month? Maybe you could have that wiggle room that I really, really wanted, because I hated not being able to go on Amazon anytime I wanted. Well, truth is, the goal was pretty easy to achieve with some focused time and being open and honest about my health journey. And then came the big thing. I started thinking, what if I could replace my whole disability income and even more? And that's what really started fire under my butt. So I won't get into all the step-by-steps and the nitty-gritty, but I will share that 6 years later, in fact, this month is my 6-year anniversary in just a couple of weeks. And now I'm the one who pays the mortgage, all of my family's products, and we are all on the products. And something I'm very, very proud of, I pay for our sweet convertible hot rod. And that was another one of my secret dreams. I drive a sweet Lexus also, and I travel more than most people I know outside of Plexus. In the last year, I've been to Hawaii, the west coast of Canada, Ottawa, Fort Lauderdale, a weekend getaway to British Columbia to see my sister. I hosted a retreat in a log cabin. I've been to Tampa, Girls Weekend in Toronto, Niagara Falls, Arizona, Las Vegas, Southern Utah, Zion National Park, the Grand Canyon, Nashville, and New York City with my daughter. And before the end of the year, we're hitting up Emerald Extravaganza in Mayakoba, Mexico, and I have 2 cruises coming up, all courtesy of Plexus. Many of these trips were paid for by Plexus. Some I went on my own, but I love that I had those choices. I also love that I spend more than I've ever dreamed at our cottage, which is my happy place, because I can take my laptop and I can work from anywhere. And I did tell you, I love to travel. So I will say that I am so thankful that I found a company with incredible ethics, and that holds true. These products, they sell are for everyone. And they have changed lives like I have never, ever seen. I'll tell you, a candle and some jewelry never changed anybody's life. I mean, you feel like it sometimes, but the comp plan with Plexus is like no other out there. And I've seen them all. In fact, I love showing my friends that have been in other direct selling companies the potential and how quickly they can reach that. And the culture, honestly, the culture, believe me, the one Plexus culture that we have, I've mentioned it a few times. I can't stress how different it is. Ambassadors that are not even on our team or have no connection to us directly will go out of their way to help you. And kind of like Emily and we are not, I don't think we're connected at all. I don't know of, but we love to work together. So if you ask me if I was happy if I started Plexus, I would wholeheartedly say yes. And I wish I'd started 3 years earlier than when I first heard about it. That's it.
Carol, you did it. You guys, isn't this story just so awesome? I'm so freaking happy for you. And I'm so proud of you. Carol's willingness to just try, to just get out of her own way. Some of us have egos bigger than the state of Texas. I don't even think we realize it. And we don't think we're like egotistical. And Carol in no way is. But that pride, that what will people think of me? It was in her way and keeping her from all those things she just shared with us. I mean, hello, where are my travel bugs at? Do you not want to travel more because you just can? And I love that we've had just about every age on this call so far. We've had, 18 to 25-year-olds. We've had 26 to 35-year-olds. Now we have, 36 to 53-year-olds. And I told y'all last week, one of my newest gold ambassadors is 60 years old. This opportunity is for everyone that has a willingness to try, a willingness to fail, and then reevaluate. Like, okay, I don't like that. I don't like the way I feel. Like, let's keep going. Like Plexus is providing this opportunity to so many, but are you in your own way? I don't know. Let's keep going and let's dive in. You guys, this is called Show Me the Money because statistics say that most people do not want to be a part of a network marketing company, and not because of the sales aspect, not even because of the pride or the what will people think aspect. Isn't that surprising? I was surprised when I heard this. But statistics show that people say that they would stick around in a network marketing company if they just knew without a shadow of a doubt, they could make $300 to $500 extra dollars a month. And I love that Karel shared that was a big thing for her too. Like, I could just make $500,000, and I love that Plexus is creating hundredaires. That's what I call them. Like, of course we want to be millionaires, but hundredaires is very realistic. And this opportunity can provide that. I want to preface this by saying Plexus Worldwide Incorporated makes no income guarantees. That every income ambassadors make is based upon their skill level, work ethic, consistency, and a desire to show up and work. And here's the thing. On average, which you're going to see that in just a minute, on average, we're bringing in $544 extra dollars a year with this Plexus thing. What would $500 for your family, just an extra $500? What would that do for your family? If you wouldn't mind sharing that in the chat, we'd love to hear it. Okay, let's keep going. So why not you? Karel said, I just didn't think it was for me. I had done something like this before. And I love that she mentioned candles and jewelry, because although those companies may very well be changing people's lives that are all in those companies, I love that Plexus, we are the gut health company. Okay, we are founded in gut health, the original gut health company, and we are experts in microbiome. It sounds like a fancy word, but really a microbiome is like little colonies all over your body. Like your body has all these microbiomes, your scalp, your gut, your skin has a microbiome. And Plexus has developers and product researchers that are constantly just doing top-notch level research to make sure our products are innovative and on point. And I love that there are people in this company that are making millions of dollars in the network marketing industry because of gut health. To me, that is lifelong. And I love that Karel brought that up, because I did another company before. That is what made me go, not for me. Good for you, not for me. And I've been doing this Plexus thing for 9 years. I just celebrated 9 years on July 4th. But before my 30th birthday, I had made $2 million in Plexus. Like, that was not on any dream board of mine. That was not on any diary. Like, it was in my daydreams with Justin Timberlake. That's where that thought was, like, forever and always. Like, it just wasn't real life for me. But I'm a real life human. Y'all know if you show up on these calls every week, like I'm as real as they come. What you see is what you get. And I'm walking, talking, living proof. If you have a willingness to try, a willingness to learn maybe a new skill, maybe pick up a book. Like when's the last time you read a personal growth book, right? If you're just willing to try, you can totally make that $300. Actually, you can earn $300 in 30 days with our compensation plan. That's a part of our Fast Start program. Referral cash. I don't know about y'all, but when we renovated our farmhouse last year, Home Depot did not pay me one penny every time I shared my paint colors with y'all, every time I shared the backsplash with y'all, or any sort of tool or anything that my husband was using. Home Depot didn't refer me or give me referral cash. I referred all y'all. That's what we say in Texas. All y'all. It's not all encompassing. Everybody. But here's the thing. If you shared with 3 people in your life right now about these gut health supplements, maybe because you have more energy, maybe because your mood is a little bit better. Your husband's like, wow, you didn't bite my head off today. Like, what are you doing? What's up, girl? That's what my husband said. He was like, you are different. Can't figure it out, but you are different. And I realized, oh my gosh, my mood is better. My hormones, maybe they're finally balanced. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I just know I felt better for the first time in a long time. And your gut is where all of that starts. All of it. So imagine talking to 3 people in your life right now and referring them. Hey, this is what I'm using. This is what I'm liking. Here's what I like about it. And they're like, you know what? I want to try that too. Didn't you say I have a money back guarantee? You do. All of our products come with a 60-day money back guarantee. There is no risk to begin. Oh, and newsflash, you don't have to buy $1,000 or $2,000 worth of products to begin. Your first personal order, $100, $200, that gets you started. And your business, it costs $10. My husband and I wanted to open this like wash and dry and like hair company here in my town, where basically they wash your hair, they style it, and they send you on your way. Okay. And just to get that business going, the brick and mortar, the franchise, like all the things, just to begin this business, which it seemed so simple, was $1.3 million. I don't have $1.3 million laying around. Like maybe in all our investments and like, you know, my net worth, like my house, like we could make it happen. But like, that's a lot of money for startup, right? And so when I think about the Plexus opportunity and what we have available right now, $10 for your e-commerce business, for your social sharing, your marketing business, and like Karel said, we work together. We're a family here. If we have, if somebody's super smart and can explain the products, they're going to do that. If someone's really great at making pretty PowerPoints like you see, they're going to do that. We help each other out. And I love that about our company. It's actually got its own hashtag. It's called #OnePlexus, and it's an award. Plexus looks out into their field and says, who is showing the One Plexus attitude, who's helping everybody and showing up for free. And it's literally a part of our community and our culture, and other CEOs from other companies will call Gene and will call Tarl and be like, how do y'all do that One Plexus thing? Like, how do y'all do that? That's how special this company culture is. So you've heard a real life story. You're already thinking, okay, why not me? Why couldn't I do this? Of course I can. Of course you can. You've already learned that you can make $300 in 30 days. So how do you begin? All right, $10. Let's go. I want you to kind of go through this with me for a second. And I love that Karel mentioned it in her story, because here's the thing. We talk ourselves out of really great things. Why do we do that? Sometimes we even do that with the person we're married to. How many of you are like, I just don't deserve him? Or maybe you're a husband watching and you're like, I just didn't deserve her. And we're like, we should just break up. They deserve someone better. Like sometimes we like just talk ourselves out of ridiculous things. And that includes Plexus, because we assume, you know what they say about people who assume, right? I'm not going to go there, but y'all know. So why would you be excellent at sharing Plexus? Are you already using social media? Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat? Are you? Yes? No? Anybody? Okay. I'm talking to myself. It's fine. If you are already on social media, you already have a network. That's like step 1. That's a baby step. Like it's free. It's a great way to network and talk to people about your journey in life and what you're up to, right? But then you're like, but Emily, I don't want to use my Facebook. I'm not a salesperson. Okay, I've heard it all. Then don't be a salesperson. I'm not out here slinging cars. I'm out here getting ready for a half marathon I signed up for in December. Who am I? I don't know. It's the Plexus Active. I swear it makes you feel like you're on top of the world. You have all this energy and you feel so good. So I signed up for this half marathon, and I'm documenting it as I go, as I train, as I talk about the products and the energy they're giving me, literally what I just shared with y'all. I'm not a salesperson. I feel like I'm more of a storyteller. And some of you have some great stories that are like in your brain, your vault. And these stories need to come out because they're relatable and it makes you you. And it's a part of how you got here. So, what if you just started using social media as a place to tell your story every week, once a week? And then some of you are like, okay, well, I'm too busy. I've got 3 kids. Okay, well, one of our diamonds in Plexus has 11. So, beat that. Okay. I'm just kidding. We really do have lots of big families in Plexus. So many of these women that are running these $1 million businesses have 6, 7, 11 children. Here I am. I got 3. I get it. I'm outnumbered. All right. That's it for me. And I am busy. But you know what I love about busy people is they're the most productive. They find ways to make things work. They have utilized every inch of space and time and margin in their life. And then for some reason, they still have time to watch Netflix and they still are on social media. So you're not as busy as you think you are. All of us are driven by a motive and we are motivated by things, right? Like you want to watch a show to be entertained. You're not motivated to turn on your TV. There's just a motive behind you wanting to be entertained. It's the same thing in Plexus. You want more money, time, and margin in your life. You want more travel, like Karel shared. She wanted incomes just to provide for her family in her 50s and later on. It's a different form of retirement, if you ask me. And she was busy. But you know what? I think Karel found time because she saw the freedoms in this. So you're looking at pictures of real life people from my team and my child. That's my son on the far left. He played sports. All my kids do select sports. And if you're a sports mom, represent. It's expensive. For me, my motive is I want my kids to experience sports. These are things that I barely had as a child. I remember my mom cleaning like 20 houses a week just so I could stay in gymnastics. I love my mom. Like she taught me work ethic. She showed me like, if you want something, you freaking go 110%. I love that about her. Well, I'm doing the same for my children now. You see how that passes down? It starts with you guys. You can end the cycle. If your family wasn't like that, start it today. My son is like, Mom, I want to play soccer. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it costs money. And he knows this. And he also knows that Plexus money helps so he can do those things. Jessica in the middle, Jessica's a recovering addict. She was an alcoholic. She's completely sober. And her Plexus journey over the last 3 years is one of my favorite ones. And you can literally go watch her. Her name's Jessica Ruffle. She's on Facebook and Instagram. And it's incredible. She shows up every day to tell her story about not drinking and sobriety and how Plexus has filled gaps in her life. It's crazy. Like Goosey's, like, oh my gosh. And that daughter, the older one next to her, she missed out on 5 years of that daughter's life because of her addiction to alcohol. So her Plexus story is about being present and being sober-minded. And I just love her story and how Plexus has helped motivate her be a different mom. Okay, just a minute. And then what would an extra $200 a month mean for your family? Lindsay on the far right. Lindsay is now a Sapphire ambassador on my team. Personally know her. Military spouse. Love that. Crazy kiddos. Crazy autoimmune issues going on in her body. And something that she shared with me was, Emily, I didn't get off my couch. There was no way I could go get a job. I felt so awful and I was so sick. So some of you might not be too busy, but maybe you're really sick. Maybe you just don't have the energy to do anything, right? Well, if that's the case, then maybe you relate to Lindsay. She just wanted an extra $200 a month to get things going. And here's the thing about referring. I mentioned you get referral cash. So y'all put yourselves pretend to write your name on your screen. That orange circle in the middle is you. Imagine you refer 5 friends to Plexus. We call it the power of social sharing. How many of you have an Instagram account? And if you do, drop your handle in the chat so we can all follow each other and be friends on Instagram. Mine is at official Emily Roberts. You can follow me over there. Here's the thing. If you are on Instagram and someone is talking about this amazing flat iron or a curling iron or this adorable pair of sunglasses, like you just have to have. You got to have it. Anybody? I'm a sucker for cute sunglasses. That's my toxic trait. But here's the thing. If you were that person, imagine you referred 5 people to go buy these sunglasses. And these sunglasses ain't cheap, right? These are influencer sunglasses. They're like influencers. I don't know where they get their money. But anyways, right? These are $100 sunglasses. You're like, I'm going to go tell 5 friends because we need these for our girls' trip to the beach. We need these because we're teachers at school. And on Fridays, we wear our sunglasses. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, you tell 5 people, you're going to get $35 for just one referral. Imagine what you're going to get for 5 referrals. We call it me plus 3 in Plexus world. It kind of rhymes, so it's cute. But here's the thing about me plus three. When you use your referral link 3 times in the next 30 days, you're going to make over $300 in referral bonuses. That adds up. If you are consistently sharing that story and bringing awareness to gut health and bringing awareness to all those mystery symptoms that people are struggling with, that Plexus solves that problem, you can have a weekly paycheck. Plexus pays weekly and monthly. Between my husband and I, my husband also does Plexus with me. He's an Emerald Man Ambassador. It's what we call him. Between the two of us, we make 10 paychecks a month because we are consistently growing and treating this as if it was a 9 to 5. It's our career. You don't have to treat it that way, but it can be a serious cash flow for you. So let's look at our compensation plan. You guys, our comp plan is the best in the industry with room to grow as much as you are willing to work for. There's no limit to the money that you can earn here. So let's dream big for a second. Which rank on the right would make a difference for your family? I know it's a little pixelated. I'll fix it eventually. I just keep resharing. For example, Karel, if you're still on, when you first saw this compensation plan, were you immediately like, heck yeah, I want to be Emerald? Were you like that? Or were you like, I want to be senior silver? Like, I don't know. Like, tell me.
I just went, like, I was afraid in my head, I was thinking, oh, if I could be Emerald, but I was kind of afraid to say it. So I think I probably said, like, if I could be like Ruby, that would be great.
Yep.
But in my head, I wanted to be Diamond.
Okay, you answered that perfectly. Because here's the thing. A lot of you will look at this chart and immediately you're drawn to the red line in the middle that says Ruby. It's an extra 24 grand a year. Maybe a few 500 bucks a month, right? Maybe a little bit more. Here's the thing, you guys, it doesn't have to stop there. Yeah, that's a great goal to go for. And maybe I'm a little psycho. I don't know. I saw this comp plan and I was drawn to Emerald. So that green bar at the top, it's 84 extra $1,000 a year. But here's the thing. Remember what I shared about Karel? I shared that when you get to Emerald in this company, it comes with a car bonus. It comes with a vacation. I needed a car. When I started my Plexus journey, I was a military wife. Let me see if that picture's next. Hold on. We're going to skip ahead real quick. See this little cutie in the corner? That's my son. He's now 9. That's my husband and all his shiny, pretty Marine Corps medals. This is the beginning of my journey. But when I signed up, my son was 6 months old. He didn't get to meet his dad that summer because my husband was deployed to Afghanistan. And I couldn't go anywhere because I didn't have a car. So I was at my in-laws that whole deployment, carless. I enrolled in college classes, 16 hours worth because that was my life. I was going to be a new mom and a college student and figure out how to make money some way, somehow. So some of you are thinking about stopping your goals, stopping your ambition right here at Ruby. But guys, dream bigger. 300 people is like an elementary school these days, right? That's like the whole kindergarten class. So we know families. We can talk to people about this. There's 8 billion people on this planet or something like that. You have plenty of opportunity to grow in this and to share with a friend who will tell a friend who will tell a friend about feeling better. And so go ahead, screenshot this and remember that this compensation plan is limitless. And there are people in this company making $500,000 a month and there's people making $5 a month. But honestly, it's up to you. All right, here's one of my favorite families in Plexus. She has 7 children. This is Trisha Rhaegar. She's on Instagram at Clean House with Kids. I think her little Instagram name is so cute. At the end of it all, I want you to remember that this is a business. It's a business. It's not a hobby. It's not a side gig. Like, we're not Amazon drivers. We're not Uber Eats delivery people. Like, this is a business full of relationships and fun. Like, honestly, if I were to describe Plexus, relationships and fun and gut health, right? But at the end of the day, we want you to earn residual income, meaning that you have constant income coming in. You can earn vacations and prizes. Like, we can work towards that together. You can build your legacy. Imagine you and 4 people in your life right now, or maybe it's 4 people you haven't even met yet. Maybe you're going to connect with someone on Instagram and y'all go to Emerald together. Build a legacy business, right? And then choose that income cap. Like, are you going to be comfortable? Are you going to want more? Are you ready to dig in and dream a little bit bigger? Trisha did. Trisha is a diamond in our company. Her husband, Matt, is an Emerald Man Ambassador in this company. And she recently started over. At the top of our company, when you reach diamond, you can start over and rejoin under yourself as your own customer. So we call her Trisha 2.0. Trisha 2.0 just went silver, senior silver, gold, senior gold, and ruby in the last 38 days. That's a little over a month, y'all. If you're ready to change your life, if you're ready to dig in and have conversations and believe that no doubt Plexus is it for you, you can do exactly what Trisha did, right? Trisha and I work together. Our businesses do not touch, just like me and Karel. Our businesses do not touch. We're not on the same team at all. I just really love their stories, and I think that they're motivational and inspirational, and you need to hear them. And so Trisha and I work together, and we hold each other accountable. And like, she's killing it right now, and I'm trying to catch up, and that's fine. It motivates me because I know it's available for me too. It's evidence that I can do this too. Like she did, and I can too, right? That's why we do these calls every Friday to remind you that you can. So think about Trisha when you're like, okay, I'm going to help 50 people in the next 30 days. Like, why not? You just got to have some more conversations. And here's what that money looks like. Every time you refer one person, it's $35. You get a $20 bonus for their product bundle, and then a little extra in what we call Plexus pay points. But go on down to referring 17 people. In our compensation plan, it's this right here. I got to go backwards and my computer is not letting me. This right here, gold, that third rank, you can fast start gold by helping 17 people in the next 30 days, right? Our infamous triplex system, it's our gut health combo. 17 people all working on their gut health. Put them in a group chat, work together, have some accountability, get 10,000 steps a day, have some fun with it. It's a wellness journey, right? But I just want to show you how we make it hard, and it's actually so simple. So go ahead and screenshot this. Pick your products today: gut health, weight management, active lifestyle, or maybe you're here for the skincare because you know that your skin issues start within. Pick your product, sign up as a VIP for $9.95, $10, right? And then get excited and tell a friend what you just did. Hey, Karel, I just ordered these gut health supplements. They help with my mood and sleeping better and energy levels. I mean, I'm running circles around my 3 kids. I got to tell you about this. Come over so you can try my pink drink. It's as simple as that. So let me leave you with this. May you have the courage this week to begin breaking patterns in your life that no longer serve you. Give yourself permission to pause and reflect today. And remember, taking care of yourself doesn't mean me first. It means me too. I hope you have a great week. And I love that you guys get on these calls. I love that you bring a friend. And if you are new to Plexus, get with the person who invited you. Just tell them, like, I just listened to this crazy lady named Emily and this really awesome lady named Karel, and they were talking about money. And I feel like I really want to do that. Go tell them that. And we will see you next Friday. Again, I cannot wait.